Hello friends, in this session I will be explaining about the blessings and the power of blessing. For that I have selected this chart from the group. The date of birth is 4th of the August 1963 and the birth time is 4:45 am. The longitude and the latitude as you can see over here. This chart is of a female. She got married in the Moon Antra. Moon Antra starts in the year of 1984. As you can see over here, that time she was around 21 years old. Let's have a look on the chart. It's a Gemini Lagna, 28th Gemini, and Rahu in the first house, Sun and Venus in the second house, Mercury in the third house, Mars in the fourth house, Ketu in the seventh, and Jupiter in the 10th house, whereas Moon and Saturn in the 8th house. So we will be talking about the marriage that happened in the Feb 1984, taking 7th house. This is house B, and this is house A, house C, and whereas this is house E, and fourth is house D. 9th house is Mool Karak house for the 7th house. So house A is Sun and Venus, both are in second house in house A, and Moon is Karak for the 7th house, and root Karak is Shani or Saturn. As per case, our laws say if Saturn and Moon are together situated in natal chart, there could be delay of marriage up to the extent of 40 years. But here the status of Saturn and the Moon are different, because Moon is Karak for the 7th house, whereas Saturn is root Karak for the 7th house. So we can say both Karak and root Karak are together. This we called blessing for the 7th house or for the marriage, and the marriage can happen early. Let me clear one thing here. If root Karak or 9th lord is in second house or situated with the second lord, this we called blessings. So the marriage can happen at the early stage due to togetherness of Moon and Saturn. So this is a special chart where there is no delay of Saturn and Moon, but this combination is causing blessing for the Gemini Lagna. As you can see here, this chart is of Vargotam Lagna. Navamsha is also of Gemini Lagna, and both the charts can be used for the calculation of placements of the planets. Here Mars is 6th from the 11th house from own sign, so the status of the Mars is increased. Saturn in its own house, and also Venus in Navamsha in its own sign, and Jupiter also in its own sign, Sagittarius. So this is a unique chart where Saturn, Jupiter and the Venus, all three in their own sign, whereas Mars has gone to 6 from own sign in Rashi chart, as well as 6th from Scorpio to Aries sign. So the status of Mars, you can assume well, has gone up. Now coming to the blessings. Saturn and Moon are together, so they both causing early marriage. They gave early marriage, we can say, because they become rider, eliminating all the delays of the Saturn and the Jupiter. Let's see how the Saturn is causing delay. Saturn is in 8th house, and this is aspecting house A for the 7th, that is 2nd house, and Saturn is retro, as you can see here. Saturn is aspecting house C here, and Saturn is also aspecting Jupiter, being the lord of the 7th house. Next, there is also Jupiter delay. Jupiter is aspecting house A, as you can see, and Jupiter is also the lord of 7th. So both Saturn and Jupiter are causing delay and extending this total delay to up to plus minus 30 years. Usually we say Saturn and Moon combination gives distraction, but here that's why I am saying it's a unique chart, because both are Karak and the root Karak for the 7th house, and the combination become the rider to give early marriage. If we check the degree of the Moon here, it's a 0 Capri 55. So if we want to rectify the chart just for the sake of delay or something, it will take around 1 or 2 days where Moon and Saturn combination can break up. On the other hand, let's assume or suppose there is no Moon and Saturn combination, so there might be delay of Saturn as well as of Jupiter, where Jupiter is moderating the Saturn delay by aspecting in the Navamsha, and Jupiter delay will be there, which will be around 24 year of age. So ऐसा नहीं है कि delay नहीं हुआ इसमें. Delay is because for female we take the starting age of 18 year for the marriage, and she got married in the age of 21 year of. In this chart, Saturn and Moon combination becomes the rider for early marriage, and Saturn as well as Jupiter delay both are wiped out by this combination. As we can see here, she married in Moon Antara in the month of Feb 1984, and Moon is with 3 points for the 7th house. So she was married in the low point Antara. As you can see, in the first house she got 33 points, means she is adamant and stubborn, or she used to have regular fights with the husband because the marriage happened in the low points. Saturn and Moon are both together, so these blessings for the Gemini Lagna didn't give the divorce. No doubt the marriage happened in the low points, and there is a difference of opinion between husband and wife, as you can see. First and the 7th house, difference of points. So due to blessings, there was no breakup for the marriage or separation between husband and wife. The main thing is, when the Karak and the root Karak comes together in one house of the Rashi chart, this will be a blessing, and this can give early marriage also. Now there will be a question arising in your mind also. How come that Moon is neither LOE or nor LOD, and it's with the less points also, and there is no separation as well? So the answer to all the questions are blessings. Let's find out how Moon was able to give the marriage. The Mars is in the house T, and the Mars is 6th lord also. Also Mars is a lord of 11th house, so this is have the ownership, or Mars have the ownership of 50-50 for the 6th and the 11th house. Mars is situated in house T, and this is with the 5 points. And due to status of 6th lord, we have not added points for the 7th house. We should have added. You can see here, we could have added around 10 points. To the Mars, we have treated it as a 6th lord, due to which we didn't count the point for the 7th house, or its point for the 7th house rather, which is +5, and otherwise the basic point of Mars are 11. You can see in the basic points. Let me show you the basic points. So here you can see the basic points of the Mars for the 7th house are 11, whereas in the worksheet the points are reduced to the 5 because Jupiter is aspecting Mars with 6 points, so deducting its point for the 7th house. Here Mars is situated in house D and aspecting house 7, so Samdharmi to Mars will step in to give the marriage. So Moon, which is also Karak for the 7th house, and natural Samdharmi to Mars step in to give the marriage in spite of its low point for the 7th house. As I already mentioned, Mars is also the 6th lord, and Samdharmi to Mars step in, that is Moon and natural Samdharmi, to give the marriage. So we can see here that there is no marital happiness also, and the difference of opinion is there, and there is no divorce due to blessings, and the combination of Saturn and Moon just carry on the things of the normal life. Moon has special status here because this has gone to 6th house from one sign, and in Navash also this has gone to 6th from one sign. So this is strong contender, and natural Samdharmi step in. Sun and Moon both are natural Samdharmi. First come first serve basis. Sun will come first and then the Moon give the marriage. But if you can see, marriage happened in the first week of Feb, so Sun could have also given the marriage. If we rectify the chart and take the time 5 to 7 minutes earlier from the given time, this is 4:45 p.m. am, sorry. Sun is also in the Karak house, and Sun is also natural Samdharmi to the Mars, and Sun is also with the lower points. So both are on the H to H combination, but Moon is the better option here because Moon is also Karak, and Moon has also given the blessing as well. So Moon gave the marriage. This chart was given in the group in the year of 2012, 2013. You can search it in the message box. There were two charts with the same combination of Saturn and Moon. This is one of them. But with the earlier chart, there was no blessing, and there was Saturn and Moon combination. So in that chart, there was a delayed marriage up to 40 years. But in this chart, there is blessing of Karak and root Karak being together for the 7th house. So the marriage happened early. Let's see how Mars is getting 3 bindus and which planets have given each bindu to Mars. 3 bindus I mean to say for the 4th house. So let's check this in Web or Venus-Astrology. Here we are for the all the Vinashtvarga for Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury and Jupiter and the rest of the planets like Saturn. So we will look for the Mars and which planets have given 3 bindus to the Mars. So for the 4th house, Saturn, Mars, Sun, both all 3 are contributing 1 bindu to Mars. Mars itself contributed 1 bindu. Saturn is root karak for the 7th house and Sun is karak for the 7th house because Sun is placed in the 2nd house with the 5 bindus. So Mars is treated as a 6th lord as well as the 11th lord equally, and here the status of Mars is increased because this is lord of sea also, and have contributed equally points. Like here you can see 6th, this is 50% and the 11th, this is also 50%. So this is the status of the Mars is up due to lord of 11th and has gone to 6th house from onset. So Mars is eager and is in house T also, but this has site on the 7th house. This I have already mentioned. So Sun and Moon both are natural Samdharmina will be stepping in to replace Mars. Sun or Moon can replace Mars, but Moon cannot be Samdharmi or can replace Sun or Moon. So we have checked the status of Mars and how this Mars gets the 3 bindus from Saturn, Sun and its contribution also. This all we can see for the guidance sake, and don't go for as a law or something. This can give us some idea that how Mars will behave for the 4th house and how it becomes eager for the 7th house also. When she attained her 18th year of age, Venus, Sun and Moon antras consequently are in queue to give the event, whereas Sun and Venus both are in Karak house and Moon is itself Karak for the 7th house. Here first Venus antra is there, and Venus is LOE also, and Venus is also in the Karak house, and Venus becomes eager as LOE. Then comes Sun antra. Sun is with 5 bindus and in the Karak house also, and after that Moon antra comes, and Moon is also with the 5 bindus. But out of these 3, Moon is more appropriate because this is a part of blessing. So Moon antra gave the event irrespective of its low point in the worksheet, and it is aspecting its own house, house A, but this acts as a Samdharmi, natural Samdharmi to the Mars, and furnishing the event. If you can see closely, in Vamsa also Moon is Samdharmi to Saturn, and in the same sign where Saturn is placed, and This chart is of Vargotam Lagna and of equal status, so moon is more appropriate here to give the marriage. In the Sun Antra, the preparation for the marriage might have started like booking halls and preparing for the marriage stuff, etc. Or in other words, we can say the things might have initiated in the Sun Antra. So I have given just an idea how to look for a chart and how we can see the event. This moon has pulled back the delay from 40 year to 21st year, so this is more appropriate planet to give the marriage, just because Saturn and moon combination of Karak and root Karak is a blessing, and this eliminates all the delays of Saturn and Jupiter, as I have already mentioned in the initial minutes. Find more such charts and you will see the blessings, how it acts. This chart was taken from the group and it was submitted to the group somewhere in 2012 or 2013. You can search it. And two similar charts were given by Deepak ji, I think. And in one chart there was a Saturn delay and Jupiter delay also, as well as Saturn and Moon were together. And in this chart there is also Saturn delay and Jupiter delay, but here Saturn and Moon both give the blessing by virtue of being together as Karak and the root Karak.